All right, welcome back to 48 and 24. I'm Matt Pierce, one of your hosts, and we're here with Brian Bennett. Brian Bennett is one of our, he works in our education team, but he is not here in the studio where he should be, whichever side he'd be on. Where are you, Brian? Where in the world are you?
I am in Neuboyen, Germany.
Easy for you to say.
Yes, and that took me all week to learn how to say. So.
And what are you doing over in Germany?
So I'm with our German evangelist. His name is Anton, and we have been visiting some German educators this week. So we're at conference number 2 of 3. So we spent the first half of the week near Frankfurt in a city called Marburg, visiting a university in a kind of a flipped learning conference that they host every year. And now we're down in Bavaria at a second conference. This one's at a boarding school, but this one's more for high school teachers, and it's about digital education. So we're here. We're sharing Camtasia tomorrow. We're doing a Camtasia workshop, but I'm also here meeting people, talking with them, learning what TechSmith can do better for German educators, and hopefully, Anton and I have been scheming a little bit. Hopefully, we'll have some big ideas on how to start connecting Americans with Germans and Germans with Americans, because they're doing some really cool stuff over here, and I think TechSmith can help with that.
Absolutely, that sounds really great. But we've got a topic we want to talk about today. I know after we get through our recording, we'll got pictures you want to show, and that will be really great. So we want to talk about making sketch motion callouts. So explain what a sketch motion callout is for anyone if anyone's actually still watching at this time of night. For us, what is that actually that we're talking about making?
So for Camtasia power users, maybe, sketch motion is a type of callout that Camtasia allows you to do on both Camtasia Studio on PC and Camtasia for Mac. And it's a simple little, it's a vector animation, right? It's a simple little animation that you can throw on your screen, and we have built-in ones. So you've got arrows and circles and squares, things that you can use to, just a little simple sketch. It looks like a hand-drawn sketch of an area of your screen, and it just gives a little bit of a flair to your video. It's not the standard just kind of block pop-up. But one thing in with as many customers as I talk to, the more power users say, hey, can I make my own custom animation? Can I do something different than what's built in? And the short answer is, if you want to do it the proper way, no. There's no tool that we have that lets you make that. But what you can do is you can kind of hack the system. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'll walk through real quick just how I would go, or how I go about making custom sketch motion callouts. So let me do this so I don't get a weird window effect. I have way too many windows open for this time of morning. So. Okay, so I'm on Mac, and I'm using a program called Sketchbook Express. It's a free whiteboard drawing program. So all I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fake a green screen. And I'm going to go in, I'll grab the paint bucket, and I'll give myself a green screen there. And then you can choose any other color. So I'll use blue because it's a good contrast, but and this background doesn't have to be green. You can make it a blue background. And draw on white. It doesn't really matter. We just need some kind of flat color for the computer to recognize. And I'll grab my pen tool. I'll change it back. I'm on blue already. And then let's say I just want a smiley face to pop up in my video. So I'm going to go to Camtasia.
And you're on a Mac, but this would work Mac or Windows, right?
Absolutely. Yep. You just need a whiteboard program. Yeah. There's no perfect program. So I'm going to do a full desktop capture. Oops, not a custom. Let's try that again. Color LCD. And then I'll open up my whiteboard again. And once your recording starts, and the great thing about this is that you can, you could record the entire screen, and then clip out different pieces, so you've got multiple callouts within the same recording. You just copy it and then crop it down. I'm not going to do that today, but I want a smiley face, so we'll draw a smiley face. And Camtasia captured that whole thing. I did not have my audio on, so it's not capturing any of this stuff. I don't have to worry about that. But when we stop our capture, complete, and here's my recording. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just shorten it a little bit so I don't have to work with as much canvas. I'll find where I started my drawing because I talked a lot. There we go. So I want to grab that piece of the video. So we're going to cut. We'll do a quick ripple delete. Not a full delete. There we go.
Gotta know your hotkeys.
So, yeah, I do know. I'm kind of sitting in an armchair right now with stuff balanced, so I'm hotkeying a lot of this morning. So I just did a quick ripple delete, so I didn't have to cut and drag backwards. So I'm going to crop my video down first. So use the little crop tool down here, and we'll just get rid of the tools and all of the other dialogues that show up, and then we'll play it real quick and make sure I've got it. Oops, a little too far. So we'll come over here, crop it down, and this just makes the slice a little bit more manageable when you're in your actual recording that you want the animation to show up in. So we'll check it real quick, and there's a little smiley. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the video effects and use the remove a color feature, and we drop it onto our track, and you can see that the green background disappears, and I'm kind of left with this creepy smiley face now on my canvas. So the great thing about Camtasia is that any video track can be pasted into another open project. So I'm going to cut this, or copy it rather, so Command C. And I have another project here, and these are just some pictures from Germany, actually. So we were in a conference, in a workshop, and I was snapping photos. Smiley face draw on me right here. So I'm just going to do a Command V, and see my little smiley pops in, and we've got the animation there. And all I need to do is I can go to the video effects, add some clip speed, and my slices here are about 3 seconds long, so I'll go over to my settings and set that to a 3, and just drag it over, and then I can scale it and move it out of the way. And now when you're seeing this, and this can be on top of video, a custom sketch motion callout.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And of course, you can obviously tweak the color and make sure it's the image looks really good. And I'm guessing.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I'm guessing there's tools out there that will help you keep smooth lines, because I can't draw a circle freehand worth beans. So.
Yeah. I think one thing I like about doing the custom, and I'm just on a Wacom tablet right now. It's nothing special. But I do kind of like how freehand drawing makes it look a little bit more like I did. And obviously, if you're doing a corporate video or a video for production value, you want to do a little bit more. But for the teachers I work with, maybe they just want to do like a squiggly underline or something. There are a lot of tools out there. In that Sketchbook Express program I showed you, there are drawing tools in there, and there's a lot of different brush styles. Even if you have Microsoft Paint, you could get the same effect. The key is to make a clean background of a standard color that you can pull out with Camtasia. That's the big idea.
Well, fantastic, Brian. It's a great tip. Great for getting your videos to be custom, but give you a little bit more flexibility. We're gonna, Brian, stay with us. We're gonna cut the recording, but we want to come back and we'll talk a little bit more about what you're doing in Germany, and maybe if there's any questions, we can answer those as well. Thanks for everybody for tuning in to 48 and 24. We're continuing on. It is getting late. Eyes are starting to burn a little bit from these bright lights, but we'll be back in just a second.